Welcome back to the NBA Purist. It's your boy Mac here with another episode. Today's episode is going to be why I'm disappointed in Zach Lavine and the Chicago Bulls. Right? Why I'm disappointed in Zach Lavine and the Chicago Bulls. I know it's early in the season. It just began, but what I seen yesterday from the Bulls and the Raptors lets me know that it's going to be another lackluster year. All right. On top of that, certain comments from Zach Lavine, which I view Zach Lavine as a very talented athlete. All right. He can jump out the gym. He has natural speed, good enough handle to get to the rim at will, but he's totally inconsistent. And his comments about he should be an all-star, it was troubling to me. All right, you should earn to be an all-star. You should, and I know a lot of times all-star is just popularity, but when you look at it, it should be, if he's left off the team this year, it should be travesty, because he put up such great numbers. He was so consistent, and he led the Chicago Bulls to a better than average record. Now, me myself, I am here in Chicago, so I grew up on the Bulls, grew up on Jordan, grew up on I believe, the best era of NBA, hard-nosed defense, all right, when you could actually hand check, physical, and very competitiveness, right? I grew up in that era, right? So to see the Bulls now, it's it leaves much to be desired, right? It leaves much to be desired. But looking at Zach Lavine, like I said, he has a lot of talent, natural talent, but he got to put that work in. He needs to, from a basketball point of view, he needs to put on some weight. Right now, he's a streak shooter. He needs to become more consistent and actually, like I said, put on some muscle. Be able to post up. All right. Sometimes you can't teach a killer instinct, but he got to get that killer instinct, and he got to get that type of swag where, hey, I can get a shot anywhere I want on the floor, and I can do it, consistently. All right, a la Jordan, a la Kobe, which are special players, a la Kevin Durant. Not saying he's on that level, but he could be, better than what he is. Right now, I saw the game yesterday of the Bulls and the Grizzlies, right? And if you watch that game, the rookie Kobe White, who I am excited about, he actually led the Bulls back to actually win that game. If you watch that game, the rookie Kobe White showed poise, showed maturity, hit big shots, and he wasn't fearful of the moment, right? Because you got certain guys, certain guys, even superstar guys, James Harden, who are scared of the big moments. Put up all the points in the regular season, and when it's time for the playoffs, when it's time for that end of the game or late stretch, they disappear. That's why the Rockets are not, I have no faith, especially since they got Russell Westbrook, man. More talent, but no cohesiveness. And these guys are, volume scorers, man. Volume scorers like a Carmelo Anthony, but I don't see the heart, the tenacity, and the will to win like you have in certain other special players, which you need, Like I said, modern day Kevin Durant, Kawhi Leonard, sometimes LeBron James, so on and so on. But back to Lavine, all right? My question is, will he be an all-star this year? He should. All right? He had 30-something points in that Memphis Grizzlies game, which the Bulls won, and then laid an egg against the Toronto Raptors, right? So if you're an all-star caliber player, even if the rest of your team is not doing well, you should still be on a certain skill level, a certain be viewed as a certain threat on the floor where you got to produce consistently. All right, you can't be having 8 and 9 points, but you want to be an all-star. That doesn't add up. That doesn't register with me, right? You know. But the Chicago Bulls, as a whole, I'm disappointed in. The coach, not a fan of the coach, the Boylan. Uh, he's just not, I believe, what this team needs, man. Today, the players of the day, man, a lot of them are soft, fragile egos. And I see where they're going with the Jim Boylan hire, right? As far as being able to toughen these guys up, but at the end of the day, I'm thinking it's gonna backfire, man. It's gonna backfire. Jimmy Butler, which a lot of people can't stand, can you imagine if Zach Lavine had the spirit of a Jimmy Butler? How great of a player he would be. Just imagine that, man. How hard, Jimmy Butler plays on both ends of the floor. And I remember Jimmy Butler when he came in the league, right? And he made himself into what he is today. And he doesn't have the true natural talent of Zach Lavine. But imagine if Zach had that tenacity, had that spirit of a Jimmy Butler, which he doesn't. But going back to the Bulls, I like the Kobe White pick this year for the draft. But the year before with that Wendell Carter, man, my whole thinking is the Bulls should have rolled the dice and went after Michael Porter Jr., who was now going to just probably sit on the bench because Denver had so much talent, right? Denver Nuggets. The Bulls could have really used that scoring. The Bulls go stagnant a lot of the times as far as scoring. All right. When they go stagnant, when they go cold, like I said, Michael Porter Jr. would have been nice to have. All right. I know it was a roll of the dice, but you already mediocre. Why not go all in? Why not take a risk? That's how you move up the rankings. Because I don't see the Bulls if they get it together. What are they going to be this year? 8th seed. All right, especially with the inconsistent play of Zach Lavine. I don't get it. Why not in that year's draft roll the dice and get a Michael Porter Jr., someone that has such an upside that it's crazy ridiculous. Now Wendell Carter, while he may play defense, rebound, the most I'm looking at this guy, he looks like a poor man's Joakim Noah. Maybe he can develop more on the offensive end, but that's a maybe. Okay, while if you would have got this Porter kid, even though he was injured, he comes out of that, he comes back stronger, and he has something to prove. You got a diamond in the rough, right? If you would have got this guy, because he's not really even a diamond in the rough. He was a heralded athlete, a heralded player who's been injured, right? But this is my question, for you. Do you think Zach Lavine will be an all-star this year? All right, he should be, but do you think he will actually accomplish this? Okay, that's my question. That's Mac's question of the day, so to speak. All right, do you think Zach Lavine will be an all-star? Because man, my Bulls, man, you shake your head when you see the effort and performance of these guys, and what the hell is Dunn still doing on the team? It's just the management, the ownership. It's just very frustrating being a Bulls fan, I'll say the least. But that's just the question I want to ask. Do you think Zach Lavine is an all-star? This is Mac from the NBA Purist. Like, comment, subscribe. And see you on the next episode.